Imagine a secret team of codebreakers working in silence, while the fate of the world hung in the balance. Now picture them hunched over strange machines, not unlike those that dot our modern offices. Except these are whirring and clanking contraptions from another era, each one a step toward the sleek devices we rely on today. And at the heart of it all, a name synonymous with genius, Alan Turing. During World War II, he and his team cracked the Enigma code, a breakthrough that not only shortened the war, but also laid the foundation for modern computers. But how did they do it? Let us take a journey back in time to explore the quiet revolution that put the first computer chip in the race for victory. But before we dive into this incredible story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more captivating tales. Your support helps us bring these amazing stories to life. So let's get started. Picture this. The year is 1938 and the world is on the brink of war. Europe is tense, every nation preparing for the inevitable conflict. Among them, Germany, under the iron fist of Adolf Hitler, is arming and expanding its territory with alarming speed. As the French and British intelligence agencies become aware of the German military's aggressive moves, they begin receiving intercepted messages hinting at even greater plans. These aren't just any messages. They're encoded with a machine so advanced for its time that it seems almost impenetrable. It's called Enigma. Enigma was the brainchild of German engineers. It operated by using rotors to shuffle letters, turning a simple three-letter combination into a jumbled mess. Without the proper equipment, deciphering these codes seemed like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But the stakes were too high to ignore. If the Allies couldn't decode these messages, they would be caught off guard, unable to anticipate German strategies. The threat of invasion loomed over Britain. Citizens huddled around their radios listening intently to the Prime Minister's addresses, each word echoing the gravity of the situation. Neville Chamberlain's famous Peace for Our Time speech rang out across the nation, followed soon after by declarations of war. The British public was ready. A sense of unity and determination swept the country. Men, women, and children alike realized the perilous times demanded sacrifice and courage. Rationing became a way of life, and air raid shelters were constructed in parks, and even underground tube stations. This was survival in the face of adversity. As the war raged, the need to crack Enigma became increasingly urgent. The British government knew it needed a specialist, someone who could stare into the abyss of complexity and emerge with a solution. Enter Alan Turing, a mathematician whose mind was a labyrinth of brilliance. He was recruited along with a group of elite minds to form a secret unit, tasked with the near impossible mission of decoding Enigma. Their headquarters was far from the glamour of war rooms depicted in movies. In fact, it was a garden shed in the backyard of a mansion, officially named the Government Code and Cipher School at Bletchley Park. This shed was christened Hut 6. It may not have looked like much from the outside, but within its walls, a revolution was about to unfold. Inside the hut, the walls were covered with sheets of paper filled with ciphers and code wheels. The air buzzed with activity as teams of mathematicians, cryptographers, and engineers worked tirelessly. Turing, with his sharp intellect and relentless focus, was determined to break the seemingly unbreakable code. But how? The challenge was immense. The Enigma machine could generate billions of possible combinations. The sheer scale of the task was daunting, almost paralyzing. If they were to tackle it with brute force, they'd be at it for centuries. Yet Turing wasn't deterred. He was a man on a mission. After analyzing captured enemy transmissions, he designed a remarkable contraption, the bomb machine. This device, one of the earliest computers ever built, was a marvel of its time. Made up of a network of interconnected electromechanical parts, including a punch tape, drums, and a lamp board, it could test thousands of Enigma settings in a matter of minutes, the equivalent of roughly 2,000 years of human calculation per second. The bomb was a silent warrior. It didn't carry a weapon, nor did it wear armor. Its battlefield was the realm of data, and its victory was measured in insights. With each whir and click, it moved closer to breaching the Enigma's encryption providing invaluable information about enemy movements. For instance, when a message was intercepted, the bomb would simulate various Enigma settings, comparing the results to the actual intercepted text. By eliminating incorrect settings and narrowing down the possibilities, the machine honed in on the correct encryption, allowing the codebreakers to read the message. The first successes were exhilarating, but the real challenge lay in keeping one step ahead of the Germans. As the war progressed, the enemy began modifying Enigma, making it more complex, throwing more encryption layers into the mix. However, Turing was undeterred. He continued refining the bomb machine, upgrading its capabilities to keep pace with the evolving challenges. Each modification brought them closer to a complete understanding of the Enigma code. Yet the true triumph wasn't just about cracking the code. It was about what came next. Turing and his team didn't just stop at decoding messages. They developed methods and tools for sharing their discoveries, creating a foundation for secure communications. They also ensured that their work remained secret, safeguarding the lives of countless individuals involved in the war effort. So why should you care about the secret team of codebreakers working in a garden shed? Because their work had an impact that extended far beyond the war. Historians estimate that breaking the Enigma code shortened the war by 2 years, potentially saving millions of lives. Furthermore, the techniques and tools developed by Turing and his team laid the groundwork for modern cryptography and computer science. In a world where data is king, we owe a debt of gratitude to these pioneers. Imagine a world without Enigma code breaking. The threat of German U-boats sinking merchant ships carrying vital supplies would loom constantly. Military strategies could be thwarted, leading to disastrous consequences. Perhaps the outcome of the war itself might have been different. It's a sobering thought. Now consider the impact of this secret team going unrecognized for decades. If their contributions hadn't come to light, the world of computer science might have developed differently. The seeds of innovation planted by Turing and his team could have sprouted much later, altering the course of technological history. In 1954, tragically, Turing's life ended not with a flourish of a brilliant mathematician and pioneer of computer science, but with a core conviction for gross indecency due to his homosexuality, a stark contrast to his invaluable contributions to society. His story was largely forgotten until decades later when his work was finally acknowledged, adding a tragic chapter to a tale of genius and persecution. Today, the legacy of Alan Turing and his team lives on in the technology that shapes our daily lives. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without Turing, that might have been our reality. From smartphones to social media, from online shopping to streaming services, we live in a digital age that owes much to the quiet revolution and a garden shed. In a world that often celebrates grand narratives, it's easy to overlook the quieter stories that have equally profound impacts. But here's the thing. The story of the codebreakers at Bletchley Park isn't just about deciphering codes. It's about quiet heroism, about the power of intellect, and about the lasting impact of seemingly ordinary people doing extraordinary things. It is a reminder that sometimes the biggest changes happen not with a bang but with a steady hum of a well-oiled machine. If you enjoyed this glimpse into history's hidden heroes, hit subscribe for more untold stories that shaped our world. And if you want to know more about the fascinating life of Alan Turing, stay tuned for more videos. Together, let's keep these stories alive and ensure that their echoes resonate for generations to come.